President Cyril Ramaphosa has officially been endorsed for another term as president by his own branch. He attended a meeting of Ward 11 in Chiawelo, Soweto today, where he received backing ahead of December's National Elective Conference. The branch has nominated Paul Mashatile for the position of Deputy President, with former KwaZulu-Natal Secretary Mdumiseni Ntuli as the Secretary. Ramaphosa also addressed the issue around provinces making pronouncements before branches.
Yes, there is an issue about provinces pronouncing ahead of branches. But in the end, it is the conference of branches. And even as conferences and provinces may pronounce, in the end it is those branch delegates who are in the end going to tick on the names that will be on the ballot box. So this process is evolving, and there may well be some missteps along the way. But in the end, it all culminates in a fairly well-managed process, which the electoral committee will manage. And the culture of the ANC to be democratic in what it does is not going to be diluted. It is going to be reconfirmed, even with some of these missteps. Because the missteps themselves are not really going to kill the culture of the ANC. And as we move on, that culture will become even better with the new rules and regulations that are put in place.
Ramaphosa also touched on the gender gap in the party.
The ANC is committed on gender equality, and we are going to see that emerging very strongly at the conference itself. Notwithstanding, in certain places, the absence of nominations of women, particularly in key positions. The message that and the principle of gender equality cannot be undermined. And I want to say to you, it will be reconfirmed at the conference. Let's see this as a nomination process which is going to be properly managed and which is going to sift properly as we get to conference. Conference is the final arbiter. So that is the forum that is going to decide, and my own conviction is that issues of gender equality will be upheld at that conference.
Right, for more on this, we're joined now by ANC Chiawelo Ward 11 branch chairperson Mahlomola Nesegane. Good evening. Thank you very much for your time and for joining us tonight here on In Focus. What's your reflection on the provinces that have announced on who the nominees are before the branches?
Oh, evening to you and the viewers at home. With the nomination from the province, we are very much pleased because now we have 4 provinces that have announced Cyril Ramaphosa as their preferred candidate for the second term as ANC President.
And the fact that they're doing this before yourself as branches have announced?
Remember, we as Chaka branch, we are a very much disciplined branch. We had to first consider the entire branch before we could do any announcement. So our announcement came as a tree, as a stem. You understand? Yes. So it was not an individual decision. It was a branch decision. Yeah. So that is part of the delay, because we wanted consensus from the branch.
There's someone saying that there is no reason why this president should be given a second term because of the many promises that he made when he came into office that have not been fulfilled. And to an extent, they're saying he is not in touch with the reality of the experience of the people on the ground. What did your branch say?
Remember, ANC, it is a collective effort. the ANC, it's led by a collective. So if they are saying that the president has failed, it means we as ANC collective, we have failed.
Yeah.
So it cannot be blamed on the president. What's happened is that the president, he is a principal. So he has delegated powers to people to do the administration. So if there's any doubt within any department, people should name that department and then they should be dealt with.
Yeah.
Right now, ESCOM has been a problem. We have changed the board of ESCOM right now and then replaced it with another board, which has people with experience within the entity of electricity. So it's not fair to say that Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of the ANC, he failed the country.
Yeah. Everything rises and falls on leadership. I mean, if he comes in 2017 and he commits, right, to corruption-free leadership, to service delivery, to leaders that are ethical, and we are sitting today in 2022, we are still not seeing that. Should the buck not be stopping with him as the president who made that commitment?
Again, I don't think it should stop with him. As I've alluded on the first point, that ANC, it is made out of collective.
Yeah.
So if there are discrepancies, they should be pointed out, so that they can be dealt with.
He's a president that is now seemingly not accepted within the alliance. He couldn't go and speak, for example, at the Congress of Soweto for fear of being booed. It did happen to him already on the May Day rally. To say he is disconnected from the demands of the workers, and the workers in particularly are looking at him as somebody who has not delivered any wins for them at this particular point. What is your view as a woman?
I would like to deliberate on that, because I represent the branch. So on that particular note, I think it should be addressed on a national level. So what I could articulate, it's mostly from the branch, because that is where my concentration is, as the chairperson of the branch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at branch level, what are the immediate demands or needs of the people at branch level that they are wanting this leadership to deliver?
As the branch, we're not looking for a preferential treatment because of the president emanates from our branch. Yes, there are challenges there and there. We are addressing them with the entities that are administering that particular, like if there's ESCOM problem, we are addressing it with ESCOM. Okay. The road issues with potholes, we are addressing it with the road entity.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all your issues, you're saying you won't pin them on the president, but you are going to address them with the various entities that have got to do with those particular aspects of things. So why do we need the president? I mean, if we can just go directly to ESCOM, go directly to the road traffic management, we can go directly to GRA or wherever in terms of housing, go to the entity. Why do we need him as the president?
Remember, there's protocol. We cannot go direct to the president. You need to exhaust all these stages. You understand? We address the issue with a particular entity that is responsible for that particular entity. For example, ESCOM. We have engaged with ESCOM for houses that electricity, it's not been supplied. And then we engaged with provincial leadership. You see, provincial leadership, they came into play. They entertained our plea. So we cannot then say because of Cyril Ramaphosa is our president, then we should do away with the processes. So we address each and every problem accordingly.
All right.
So if it has to reach the level of presidency, yes, we'll escalate the matter to presidency. Yes.
When you look at the question of corruption, right? He's a member of your branch, right? As the chairperson, did you ask him about the Phala issue? Did he take you into confidence and give you any answers that you could share with the members of the branch so that when they make the decision, they are informed that there was nothing unbecoming in the Phala issue? There was no corruption, there's no money laundering, there's nothing that is being hidden, no abuse of power, of state resources, and so on and so forth.
Remember, Phala issue or saga is just allegation. It's not even on the process of sub judice. It's still being investigated. So we cannot be wanting to investigate again as the branch. We have let the process to take its place. Let the entity, the security entity or the police entity, deal with the matter, and then come with the findings. That's when we'll move. Yes.
Are you not concerned, though, as those who are nominating, to say, this person that we are nominating, let's find out some kind of information, some truth? Because, I mean, if we nominate a person who entities later are going to find guilty, I mean, you'll have egg on your face, would you not?
Remember, this Phala FM is not FM. This Phala saga, it came with an aggrieved person, you understand? And who was on the security cluster. So he kept information. And then he came out with the information after he was outside from the executive position as an administrator of SASSA and both correctional services. Yes. So he's been holding information for that particular time. So there's this instance or this saying that says, if you see injustice prevail and do nothing about it, you are party to it. You understand? So, like I've said, like I've alluded before, let the process of the NPA and the investigation officers take place. And then we'll take a decision thereof.
Mahlomola, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for coming on and for joining us. That's Mahlomola. He's the chairperson of the Chiawelo Ward 11 branch of the ANC. That is where the president is also a branch member. Still ahead.